Previously on Historical Geocaching, my wife and I are visiting Jamestown Settlement, a living history museum in Virginia that recreates life in one of the first colonies established by the British in North America. Most recently, we've been visiting the fort and attended a matchlock musket demonstration. The Governor's House, a 66 by 18 foot dwelling with a cobblestone foundation, walls of wattle and daub, wood plank floors, and a thatched roof, provided spacious quarters for the colony's highest-ranking official. Bedchambers were available for the governor, his household, as well as the physician and secretary. Thomas Gates and George Yardley are two of several governors who would have inhabited a home like this. Gates took charge of the colony immediately following the starving time of 1609 through 10, built up the fort, and was praised for his wisdom, industry, and valor, accompanied with exceeding pains and patience in the midst of many difficulties. The first floor hall had a table and a distinctive armchair at its head for the governor. The adjacent parlor, interpreted as a space where the governor may have entertained guests, features a smaller table and chairs, clothes press, and cupboard. George Yardley, who served as colony governor from 1616 through 1617, returned to the role 2 years later. One of his first actions upon his return was to preside over the first General Assembly, held in a new wooden church that this replica is based on. It was the only building suitable and large enough for the legislative meeting of governor, council, and 20 representatives called burgesses, 2 selected by each plantation and town. This assembly was significant as it swept away the existing military government and created a new democratic society based on the rule of the law and consent of the governed. In session from July 30 to August 4, 1619, the General Assembly was the first representative governing body to meet in North America. This is a small house that would have been the assigned living quarters for a number of settlers. They brought different skills and experiences to Jamestown. There were carpenters, smiths, soldiers, farmers, tailors, and others. Thinking that they may have to defend their colony from a possible Spanish attack and not knowing how they would be received by the Virginia Indians, the colonists brought with them many weapons, elements of body armor, and other military equipment. The leaders of the colony and many of the settlers were practiced in the art of war, having served as soldiers in Ireland and the Low Countries. They retained military methods that worked in Virginia and abandoned or adapted those that did not. Another major challenge was the regular procurement of supplies, the lack of which caused the starving time where almost 90% of the 500 colonists perished. The supplies colonists did have were kept in storehouses such as this one, a 40 by 16 foot building where barrels of vegetables, salt, seeds, nails, and more were kept. Per historical records, the storehouse was likely positioned in the center of the fort.